Hello, welcome back to the Visible Audit. This channel exists for one reason: to help business owners stop losing customers to competitors already dominating page one on Google before the conversation even begins. Most businesses do not have a service problem, they have a visibility problem. If buyers cannot find you when they are actively searching for your services, Google is simply handing those customers to someone else. So on this channel, we do live website audits and real Google searches to expose the visibility leaks, conversion leaks, and ranking opportunities most business owners never even realize are costing them leads. Here's how the process works. First, we randomly choose a local business niche. Then we randomly choose a state. After that, we perform a live Google search exactly like a real customer would. However, we use keywords everywhere to identify the actual high-intent search phrases buyers are typing into Google when they are ready to hire or purchase. Then we usually look for businesses sitting around page 2 of Google because these companies are often very close to major growth but are still invisible to most buyers. From there, we break down what they are doing right, what is hurting their rankings, what competitors are doing better, how their homepage could convert more visitors into actual leads, and what simple enhancements could help improve both visibility and conversion performance. Now, in these public audits, we usually focus mostly on the homepage for educational purposes, but in a full website monetization review, we would analyze the entire site structure, service pages, metadata, conversion flow, authority positioning, keyword targeting, and overall search footprint. The goal is simple: help businesses build page one visibility so competitors stop intercepting buyers online. So let's spin the wheel, choose today's niche, and see which business we're auditing today. And if you're a business owner watching this and want a website monetization review for your own company, check the link in the description down below. All right, orthodontist. Now let's choose a state. Connecticut. All right, let's go to Google. All right, so we're going to start off with orthodontist in Connecticut. And then we're going to use keywords everywhere to find the actual phrase. Well, actually, orthodontist in Connecticut gets 320 searches a month, and people are willing to spend $2.89 a click, and nobody pays for ads unless they're getting qualified leads, so that might actually be the right search. Let's look down here on keywords everywhere and see if there's anything better. Orthodontist in Connecticut. Yeah, that's the one. That's great. Okay. So that's the phrase we're going to go with. And we don't care about who ranks page one because these are who get all the traffic. But these people are on the verge of greatness. Look, the ads even follow you to page 2. And these people are on the verge of greatness, but are still invisible to buyers. Because think about it, when you do a search on Google and you don't find what you're looking for on the first page, chances are you just do another search and go again. No one ever really goes to page 2. Maybe a few engineer personalities might, but that's not who you're trying to attract. So right off the bat, I commend them for having their business name, in the title. But if they want to actually appeal to those who are at the decision point of being ready to hire or purchase, they need to include orthodontist in Connecticut in their title tag. So it should say Rainey Orthodontics, Wall, top orthodontist in Connecticut, Wall, braces, and whatever. Okay, but if they actually just leave off braces and just put Rainey Orthodontics, Wall, orthodontist in Connecticut, or top orthodontist in Connecticut, that would push them up to page 1 because Google would say, oh, they're highly relevant to what's being searched right now by targeted buyers. Okay. And then in their metadata, I can see that they do have a meta description because it doesn't trail off. But again, they're missing the boat by claiming a very small part of Connecticut. They should actually put Rainey Orthodontics is the top recommended orthodontist, or Rainy Orthodontics has one of the top recommended orthodontists in Connecticut, offering braces, Invisalign, etc., down to children and adults. That would be a better meta description, and that would actually make Google go, wow, they're highly relevant to what is being searched right now by targeted buyers. Now let's go to their website. Okay, right off the bat, I really like this website because blue represents trust. I mean, if you go to facebook.com, you can see that, a blue header, it makes people instantly trust you. So the blue header at the top, the blue down in the middle, this is great. Except having your, this is really tacky. Having a navigation that's all lowercase, that's very, very tacky. That doesn't help them get more conversions. They need to capitalize the first letter of each word. Okay? People want professionalism, and it's very unprofessional to have lowercase navigation. Okay? So, but I do want to commend them for having a home tab, because, people come into your website from all sorts of pages, and when they get their fill and they're ready to act, they always go to the home page to take action. Okay. The challenge is that all they have is a moving header. A moving header distracts users. It makes them lean into watching this little slideshow. And then after they realize they wasted 3 minutes watching this, they always click the back button and go find someone else who actually capture their information. So what they should do is pick one, like these kids right here, just keep it like that, right? Static. And then they need to put in big, put like a blue kind of background with white writing, and it needs to be capitalized first letter of each word, just like this. And it needs to say, looking for the top orthodontist in Connecticut, ? At Rainy Orthodontics, we look forward to seeing you smile. Or at Rainy Orthodontics, you will improve your smile. Something like that. Make it about you, your, those kind of words, not we. People don't care about you. They care about themselves. So you need to make it, make your website act like it's talking to them as their friend. Okay. And then they need to have a button somewhere down here like Get Started Now, and that should take them to a patient inquiry form. Okay. It's okay that they have this. That's fine. This is not bad, but this make an appointment, no one wants to make an appointment. Making an appointment sounds like work. I don't want to put in work. I came here for you to help me. So you need to make your users feel empowered. And make an appointment also sounds like I'm going to get sold something. No one wants to be sold. You need to make people feel empowered. So I would make this Get Started Now. I would make the button a background orange and a white writing. Orange background with white writing, no hover color. And it needs to say, Get Started Now. And that can take them to a form where people can schedule an appointment. Okay? The About Us content, that needs to go on the About page. Okay, it shouldn't just be flooded right in here, creating a super long, footer. This makes it very tacky looking, because the footer is just supposed to be like this at the bottom. Okay, having all this, these could be on different pages. That would bring this up and maybe cut it off right here under, Get Started Now if they make those changes. That's just what I would do on the home page, and of course with the SEO part to make them rank higher. And again, if you're an orthodontist and you have a website similar to this, please, follow the tips that I've recommended so that you get more conversions from the traffic that you already get. And again, if you're a company owner and you want your own website monetization review, see the link in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again with another one soon.